Can you hear us now? Chat, if you can hear us, type 1. Alu, okay, we're good. All right, from the top. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to round 3 of Taiga's Silksong Any% tournament. I am Vey, I've commentated here before, and today I'm joined by Ebster.
Hello, everyone.
So we have another match that's best of 3 since we are in round 3 of the tournament, and it's going to be Qentiko versus PoplessRebel. Like yesterday, this is going to be another match of Key versus Bell's route. So I'm excited to see that. And we'll check in with Ivy, getting our runners ready, and hopefully should be starting here shortly. Okay, our runners have received the go-ahead, so we should see them off shortly. And for those who haven't heard about the autosave start, that's why we are starting from 21 seconds instead of 0, just so that we can avoid those long cutscenes and Hornet taking 8 years to stand up. Looks like Popless maybe didn't quite get the message, but we can do a timer sync later. That'll be Ivy's job behind the scenes. Okay, so we'll see Popless's stream start probably during Moss Mother once his ads are over. Well, better early game than a late game. I remember in somebody's match they got ads during the GMS fight. Was that Cute Puppy? I think it was. So, for a moment, it's going to be the Qentiko show. Cute Puppy says it was probably him. An easy Moss Mother from Qentiko. Hopefully, Popless will be back with us soon. Popless is broken because his stream got ads, so right now you can't see him running. There he is! Popless is here. Oh, apparently our world record command in this chat is a little outdated because it still lists Nebula's time. That'll need to be updated to Civs 5101. Ivy, I don't know if you have permission to do that or if we need to ping another mod for that, but we can do that later.
I think it would be funny to mention that Civ lost sub 51 because of the inventory opening.
I've heard about the infamous inventory opening. I still haven't watched the run though, but I heard about it. Lots of neutral pogos as our runners are on their way through the marrow. It'll look like Qentiko is a little bit behind because Qentiko has to go out of his way to pick up some rosaries compared to Popless, but Qentiko will earn that time back later by making it to Shellwood faster via skipping the cloak. Little spike pogo from Popless, but a little hiccup here and there is to be expected. Other than that, making their way through early game, Popless is going to be the first one to pick up Silk Spear. And we can see how he does on Bellbeast. Oh, Qentiko did the same spike pogo. Another early route difference is you saw Popless go right from Silk Spear. Qentiko is possibly going to go to the left, depending on his rosary routing. There's a few different variations of how runners will get that 500 rosary mark they need for the simple key. And they are off to the left to grab a rosary string. Popless is going to start Bellbeast. We'll see if he gets a successful phase skip. Very nice clean Bellbeast from Popless. Good phase skip. Qentiko's turn to do Bellbeast. We'll see if he follows suit. Hello, Seljaz. We're doing well. We just started. You haven't missed much. Qentiko also hits the phase skip. So, like I said earlier, it'll look like Qentiko is behind in the early game because of the routing differences of bells versus key. Ebster, do you run any percent, or what's your category that you like?
I have been running any percent for just about a week now, and I have gotten far enough, but have not finished the run yet due to just being unhappy with certain segments and technical issues.
Do you run
Next.
key or bells or flea?
I run bells on latest patch because I don't like the idea of running key because I hate wormways and I don't like the idea of playing without cloak. It just seems so scary to me.
Yeah, key route is it's known to be faster, but it's definitely not very beginner friendly because of the cloakless movement and on release patch, the double damage cogs, the tougher clappers. It's pretty unforgiving.
Definitely. And I take a lot of damage when I play, so the double damage from environmental stuff is gonna be very detrimental to my gameplay.
Oh yeah, I hear that on my casual playthrough when the game first came out. I was so glad when they nerfed that environmental hazards. It's something I'm grateful True Ending, which is what I like, is played on latest patch.
I did run a fair bit of a beer bottle percent, which is taking the flea caravan to Greymore, and with the flea brew you kill Lace 1. It's a very funny category.
I love silly little categories like that. Cute puppy. I've been wondering about that, if we'll see true ending races. I just think it would be a little bit hard to show because the races are so long. Granted, we don't know what the times will be like in a couple months or in a year, but right now, the very top world record is 3 hours and 9 minutes, which is like, a whole movie practically, a long one at that. So, and that's if you get a deathless run pretty much. So it would just be quite a long commitment. But never say never. Popless picking up Swift Step, being the first to do that, and we'll see Popless go down to fight Lace 1 now. Qentiko will not be fighting Lace 1. He's going to go back to the Marrow and go grab more rosaries.
A very close Silk Spear from Qentiko.
All right, we're going to see Popless fight Lace 1. Let's see how many lava dunks he gets. Well, I didn't see any dunks, but it's a fine Lace 1 regardless. And now Popless is going to go out to far fields to pick up Cloak. I'm always surprised that not many key runners go pick up the rosary strings that are in the left side of the elevator shaft that Qentiko just left, because you have to wait for the elevator anyway.
I
But I
believe
don't know.
that's
I'm not a key
because
runner.
I believe that's because on release patch they are not there. They were added later
Really?
on.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that. Because I grabbed them in True Ending, but yeah, I guess that's a patch difference. Huh, I learned something new. All right, let's see what kind of Hoker RNG Popless gets.
Ooh.
Like a really good start. That was three, 6 spines, Hoker patterns. That was really good. Was that a
Oh
one cycle? That was
wow.
a one
That was a one
cycle.
cycle.
Very nice RNG and execution from Popless. I'm sure he's happy about that. You love to see a one-cycle Hoker. One cycle my goat? I know, right, cute puppy? You love to see it.
Cadestre.
501 rosaries on Qentiko's side, so he's going to buy his simple key and head up to Wormways. While Popless goes for Heelless and gets it first try. Yeah, that's a very good split from Popless. I agree with Cute Puppy in the chat. Very good chance this will be a gold. Quick Sherma cameo. Running past Sherma in Pilgrim's Rest. Ooh, quick spike fall from Qentiko. But yeah, Wormways is so so rough. I don't enjoy any percent. I tried it and before Key became the meta, and I would not want to run Key personally. Yeah, Sherma Dink in the chat. Good job on Popless not getting blown up there. I know Ivy and I yesterday were talking about how people have died there in tournaments before, and I do it casually all the time, so. We'll see a cross skip from Popless next.
Ooh,
First
very
try. Popless is
clean.
playing very well today. Oh, okay. Wow, that
Close
was
call.
oh, that was tense, but saved. That was a roller coaster. Yeah, jump scare for real. And this is where you'll see a routing difference. Popless has been playing very well, but Qentiko is already in Shellwood just by the nature of the route. Very slow. What's it called? Aphasia? That bug was taking his sweet time, rising up on Qentiko's side. Cute puppy, yeah, I certainly hope we don't get a High Halls massacre like yesterday. That was brutal, where both runners died in High Halls. Did both runners take multiple deaths in High Halls? Was it multiple deaths? Because I remember Delta had multiple. And Popless is going to go into Moorwing. We'll see if he can get a good left side Moorwing where he gets Moorwing pinned against the wall. Both runners died in both ones. Dang, that really was a massacre yesterday.
Very aggressive Silk Spears.
Down to 2 HP, but very quick Moorwing. He got a really good left side Moorwing there. Qentiko's going to go into Widow now. Qentiko making very quick work of that Widow. That was a fast fight. Popless taking care of the stick bug arena. Not getting stick bugged. Looks like good movement through Shellwood from Popless, a good Sister Splinter skip. I wonder if Popless will do the heel stall here. And he does. Oh, he misses it. And there we go. Second try. Yes, Xena, both runners are currently ahead of their PBs respectively by about 20 seconds. So they're both playing well today. You love to see a close race.
It's about to be a Widow time for Popless too.
Yes, we'll see Popless starting Widow as Qentiko is gonna make his way to the Mist. So we'll see what kind of RNG the Mist holds for him today. The Widow fight start really does feel empty without her iconic scream. Popless is doing a very good job staying aggressive here, staying right on her. I expect we'll see another quick fight. And there we go. I love seeing the split names now that we display the full splits on the stream. And you can see someone like Qentiko who has them all just normally labeled versus Popless who has nicknames for all of them.
I like the name Popless has for both lace fights. Shoelace 1 and Shoelace 2.
Mommy Soul, I didn't actually see that until you mentioned it. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And Qentiko gets a
wow.
good Chalamet skip, first try.
I have not seen it be done this way before.
Yeah, runners don't normally go up to that left platform. Normally they go up to the right, but it seems to work very well. All right, chat, how are we feeling about the mist today?
Let's hope it's friendly.
Manager, you love mist route? Really? I didn't know anybody actually loved mist route. I thought it was just something you had to do. Qentiko's already at the crossing. So far, no damage. I will say, because I don't run mist, I don't know all of the rooms on site, like some people do. Man, this Wraith is not giving him an inch. Popless gets to skip that needle upgrade cutscene. That'll give him a few seconds over Qentiko. Ooh, spike trap moment. And he's out. Qentiko done with the mist. Looks like he lost a little time there, but he's still out of PB. We'll see if he gets a good phantom fight.
Popless is on his way to Blasted Steps now.
Ooh, Popless missed Blasted Skip 1 with the heal stall. It looks like he's gonna farm up some Silk and try again. And he gets a good wind assist. So he gets it second try. Qentiko should be almost to the end of Widow here. Or not Widow, oh my gosh. Phantom, pardon me.
Very nice.
You know, I just realized I was watching Qentiko and we didn't even see Popless do Blasted Skip 2, or at least I wasn't watching, but it looks like he hit it, given that he's already hit the last judge.
I love the character design of Last Judge.
I know yesterday Ivy and I were talking about our experiences with Last Judge in our casual playthroughs. How was that for you, Ebster? Was it like a big struggle for you? It was for me.
I would say it was, yes. Took quite a few tries. So many upgrades at the time and it was a struggle, but now doing any percent bell route, it is a lot easier than it used to be.
Definitely
Populous
gets
goes down
easier.
to 1 HP as well.
Yes, wanting to get as far away from that explosion as possible. But both runners heading into Act 2 now, and both still ahead of their PBs. Yeah, Cute Puppy in chat says that Popless will probably bench at the entry to the Citadel. I certainly hope so, because if he does die either at the run back, at the run to the Cogwork Dancers or during the fight, that is a hell of a run back. So this will give him a good opportunity to grab a bench before the enemies spawn after the lace cutscene. It looks like he is not grabbing that bottom bench there, and Popless is just gonna keep going up. I don't know if he has another bench in mind or if he's just going to go into Cogwork on 1 HP.
I do believe there is a bench up here, just up ahead.
Yes, pans on head, that's correct. No deaths from either runner so far. Both playing very well. It looks like Popless is slowly farming up Silk to try to get a heal, which is a wise decision, but I'd still be nervous climbing the Citadel on, on one mask.
Here we go.
And he gets the heal off. It looks like Qentiko has lost a little time compared to his PB, but he's still ahead in the race as he finishes out Cogwork Dancers. You see, Popless went for the screen skip on 4 HP, which put him down to 2. A little scary for that first phase, but he makes it and he's back to full. So that's a relief. Looked like a good one cycle cogs from Qentiko. And Qentiko will be starting the Vault Keepers arena. Looks like Popless has also lost a little time on his splits, but he is still ahead of PB. Good dancers from Popless overall, I think. And Qentiko is out of the arena. If I sounded weird there, it's because I just suddenly had to yawn. Let's see if Popless has good movement in the lower cog core. Alright, Qentiko is going to be heading into the Trobio fight.
Ooh, I
Really
like the
nice
way
double
Qentiko
pogos.
plays it.
The double pogos on the tornado, that's hard to pull off, but it's very effective damage.
At the speed that he does it, it is impressive. Lots of tornadoes.
So many tornadoes from Drobio today. But Qentiko brings it home. On 2 HP, not ideal.
Ooh, he
I
golden
don't
it.
think Qentiko will be picking up the mirror, which is disappointing. I love Trobio mirror.
Very good Trobio though.
Does Popless have something that might help him catch up to Qentiko? Not that I'm aware of, unless we see some kind of mistake from Qentiko. These runners are both playing at PB pace, and Popless is not that far behind, I don't think. I think it's about the 90-second route difference, to my knowledge. Yeah, and the pans on head in chat, if it remains deathless, it might just be the route difference. Because so far we have really not seen any major mistakes from either runner. Just a few very small missed pogos, small fumbles, but no missed skips or anything. Or actually, Papas did miss blasted skip 1, but even still, not like he took a major death or anything. Ooh, the taking damage on the double pogo. It's very hard to land those double pogos on Trobio's tornado. Popless will also leave Trobio with 2 HP. Looks like no Trobio mirror today. Emma says sad. I know, right? I love the Trobio mirror. Popless probably wisely takes a bench. It's always easy to take a little more damage than you expect from the lava down in the cauldron. And Popless gets to do that little float that Qentiko could not do because Popless has Cloak. Looks like no problems on the claw line arena from Popless. I mean, really no notes from either runner today. They've both been playing well. It looks like Popless is still ahead of his PB. So he could PB today. That would be great to see. Popless taking care not to run directly into the steam. That's another little route difference, since Popless didn't kill Phantom. Okay, now one of the hard parts for the key route that Qentiko is doing, which is the upper cogwork core with no cloak. Little dunk in the cogs, but he's right back at it. Ooh, misses that harpoon, but he's still in it. This is very tricky movement when you don't have the cloak to give yourself that extra time to react. And he's up into the Architect's puzzle. Only one dunk, that's really not bad. Good recoveries from Qentiko in Cog Core. Yeah, I agree, still pretty good. Because even when he did miss harpoons, he had very quick backups. And it looks like Popless golded his last split, so he's now 11 seconds ahead of his PB. So now it'll be Popless's turn to do Cog Core, but Popless has a little bit of extra assistance because he can use Cloak to catch himself or give him extra time in the air. Yeah, Cute Puppy, I agree. I think this is all route difference. Very clean Cog Core from Popless. And we'll see Qentiko head into Cloakless High Halls movement. Wonder if we'll see a God Pixel from Qentiko in a minute. I know chat was very unhappy that Delta didn't go for it yesterday. DQ'd if no God Pixel? I don't think I remember reading that in the rules. I think someone might want to double check that.
Perfect.
And he gets it. Easy peasy. Another gold from Popless. Gaining time on his PB. Now the dreaded high halls. Hopefully it'll go better for today's runners than it went yesterday. So far it looks like Qentiko is having no trouble at all. You know, I was too busy watching Qentiko, but chat has informed me that Popless also hit God Pixel. So, no disqualifications today.
Unfortunate for Qentiko with the bell throwers.
Yeah, all my homies hate the bell throwers. Ooh, pants on head. You're right. You're right that Popless is on a 54 pace. Because his PB is a 55.20 and he's currently 25 seconds ahead of his PB. We got 3 clappers on screen right now. That's entirely too many clappers.
I keep jumping at Qentiko.
Wow, those iframes really saved Qentiko here. That hammer looked like it was right on him. And it looks like Qentiko will make it out of high halls first try. Still a deathless run from Qentiko. Popless needing to take quite a few heals, but staying alive.
Wait, was that tie holds healless from Qentiko?
Oh, I'm not sure if it was entirely healless, but I know Popless has had to take like 3 or 4 heals already. But for Qentiko, it looks like it will all come down to Lace 2 and GMS. A scary 2 HP from Popless. Ooh, 1 HP. Gets a good heal off. Gosh, do the clappers ever stop being scary when they do that wind up for their hammer attack? All right, no deaths from Popless either. So both our runners have put on deathless runs so far today. So it looks like Popless is not on a 54 pace anymore, but he could save back time in Lace 2 and GMS and still get a 54. He's still ahead of his PB, just not on a 54 pace. But let's watch Qentiko fight Lace 2. And we could see Qentiko there taking advantage of another release patch feature, which is Lace 2's buggy hitbox on her triple slash. Very quick fight from Qentiko. It really speaks to Qentiko's excellent PB that you can see he's behind his PB, but he's still ahead in the race. And it's Popless's turn for Lace 2.
Was that also a Silk Spear stall from Qentiko on the Silk card to get it as early as possible?
I don't think I saw. I was watching Popless. It could have been, though.
I didn't hear a Silk Spear, so it could have been quite smart.
Down to 2 HP, but gets a good stagger in. And a good heal. And they both finish out Lace 2. So it looks like unless Qentiko takes a death here in GMS, he is, you know, pretty clearly ahead by somewhere around a minute and a half. Qentiko Calm Sob. Oh, Summer Best 51. Sorry, I misread. Well, let's see how Qentiko handles GMS.
I'm the wrong way for that Silk Spear.
Hitless Phase 1 from Qentiko. We'll see Popless climb his way up to GMS. This is still a pretty close race, all things considered, if both the runners are at GMS at the same time.
Oh.
Ooh, the grab attack on Qentiko. I don't know how Qentiko didn't get hit by those rocks. Oh my gosh.
Very close.
And Qentiko will take the first match. GG's. But like we said, this is a best of 3. So it's not over yet.
Oh no.
Oh, Poplos took a death. Darn, I was hoping he would PB. Alright, we're gonna watch Poplos finish out his GMS fight. We'll take a quick 5-minute break in between rounds, and then we'll come back for the second match. I believe the plan is to do interviews after the match is over, so after the best of 3 is decided.
Choosing to Silk Spear over healing on 2 masks. And it's GG for
And that's
Poplos as well.
GG's. So it looks like Poplos will be closing out with a high 56. Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, to round two of this best of three Qentiko versus Popless. We did a quick comm swap, so I am now joined by Cute Puppy commentating.
Hello.
So we've both done this a few times. We're going to give our runners a quick check to see they're ready. And while we wait on that, the best of three score has been updated. So if Qentiko wins this match, then that'll be it. He will advance. But if Popless wins, then we will do another run. Our runners have been given the go-ahead to start, and they should be off. Chat, just double checking. You can hear us, right? Okay, just making sure. For me, last match, really showed off the route difference because Popless played very well and still ended up behind Qentiko. Popless was ahead of PB, Qentiko was behind PB, but Qentiko was still ahead in the race. So that, I obviously had heard Key was faster, but sometimes seeing it side by side really drives it home. That's true, Cappuccino. The PB difference is is a full 2 minutes. But yeah, it was still a close race overall. I am excited to see what happens this time. So just like last round, Popless is slightly ahead just because Qentiko has to pick up a rosary string that Popless doesn't. We'll see just a few deviations in the early game where Qentiko looks behind since he has to pick up rosaries. Classic long chapel-made dialogue before going into long string of neutral pogos. If you're wondering why this has become the Vey show, it's because Cute Puppy is eating, and because he's eating, he can't defend himself right now. Easy peasy beast fly pogo from Popless. When I first started learning beast fly pogo, it was something that I had watched before I tried learning it, and I always thought that runners made it look so easy, and then it was surprisingly difficult once I actually started speedrunning. There you go, Qentiko. Even Qentiko misses his first beast fly pogo. The beast flies are just awkward sometimes.
Now
Elena.
that I'm done eating. Sorry.
Hello, cute puppy.
Yeah, the food is gone. You should probably finish responding to the comment you were responding to.
Right. So Elena, yeah, Cappuccino in chat got there first. So it's a best 2 out of 3. So if Qentiko wins his second match, then this stream will end. But if Popless wins, then we'll go to a third.
That's what it means by best of 3. We don't play 3 matches. We just play 2 whenever the one person is too far ahead that the other person can't recover.
Yeah. Best 2 out of 3. Yeah, in the early stages of the tournament, it's just 1 match, but as we get into the later rounds, since we are now in round 3 and onward, the matches will be a best of 3. LP Bells stands for latest patch Bells route, as opposed to RP key, which is release patch. Easy Bell Beast phase skip from Qentiko.
Yeah, both runners getting it very nicely. Popless made a small mistake and therefore had to go for the 4-hit spear ending, but nothing a runner of his caliber can't do.
Cute puppy, I have a question for you. Is the puppy in your icon actually yours? Is that the cute puppy?
No, it's one that I found online like at least 8 years ago at this point.
Damn.
Yeah. I haven't changed my profile picture on Discord since whenever I made my account.
Well, I had been wondering, since it is a cute puppy in your in your icon. And yes, Elena, I also hope Popless gets a PB. He was ahead right up until the end last run.
Yeah, both runners actually have very good PB potential. Qentiko, of course, fell behind a little bit in Act 2 last run, but I mean, with a good mist, we saw that he had potential to be 40 seconds up.
Yes, the mist was not kind to him last round.
Qentiko's
Oh, yeah, you go ahead.
Qentiko's route is approximately 90 seconds faster due to key route being able to skip Lace 1, skip the Shellwood Arena, the Greymoor Arena, also skipping Moorwing, and basically just skipping the entire right side of the map, the lower right side of the map anyway.
Did Popless get ads again?
It does look like we have an edge from Popless.
The edge. About the edge.
So we will be focusing on Qentiko until Popless is back from ads. I think it's going to be about 3 minutes because that's what it was last time.
Yes, as Antoine in chat points out, the Qentiko's route is faster, but it is considered harder. It's less beginner friendly. On release patch, there's things like you take more damage, and you don't have cloak in your movement, which makes things like Cogwork Core a lot more precarious. That's okay, you can ask whatever questions you have in chat. There are lots of other helpful chatters, and commentators are also here. We can answer questions. So feel free to ask away. Imagine Popless comes back from ads and the lace fight is just done. He's like on the hokers or something.
That's actually probably what we're going to see.
You're right, that is how. If it's 3 minutes, that is what the timing would be. So we don't get to know how many lava dunks. At least not on this stream. I guess if you go watch the individual VODs, you can. Oh, there we go. Hokers.
It does look like he saved 7 seconds in Lace 2, so probably got 2 dunks.
Let's see if he can recreate that epic 1 cycle. That was so satisfying last round.
I don't think so. It's very RNG dependent.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it this time. But that was very fun to watch in the first match. Ooh, the explosion damage getting in at the end.
And oh wait, I was about to say Anti got an infinite load, but I think it's just.
I think we're doing a timer sync. Surprise timer sync.
I didn't know if doing a damage tank at like the wrong time would give you an infinite load. I don't know if you've seen glitched runs, but Mimi has used damage tanking into a transition to just not transition and fall through the map.
I do not keep up much with the glitched runs, no, but that sounds very interesting and kind of funny.
The glitches are kind of crazy.
Is it true you can get Silksong in Act 1 with a glitched run?
That is very true. Qentiko having exactly 500 rosaries.
Ooh, cutting it just a little close.
Popless unfortunately getting a dunk on the 4th chorus heelless. Does get it second try though.
Do key runners have a backup if they like make it to bone bottom and they're like 498 rosaries?
I think it's just bench at bone bottom and go back up through the marrow. Probably do Beast Fly Pogo again and then grab the pilgrims again.
Because like we saw with Qentiko, some of them cut it so close with the rosary routing. It's something that I've wondered about. If just one too many falls into the spikes or something.
I mean, I'd imagine that they'll know beforehand because the last set of rosaries they pick up is guaranteed. Oh yeah, as Zeet points out, they do actually have the elevator unlocked at that point.
Oh, that would be faster. Qentiko is once again exiting Worm Wave with 2 HP. I think he did that last time too.
Wormways is very rough. Anyway, Popless back on the cross skip. And unfortunately, the cross were not nice this time. And it does not look like he has learned to back up, so... this will very likely be a bit of time loss. It does manage to get back up.
And he's up. All right, not too much time loss, all things considered. We've seen much worse in a tournament.
That we have. A little bit spooky for Qentiko being 2 HP in the Shellwood Hell Room, but... does manage to get through it.
So hard to compete with the route difference, the way Qentiko is already at cling grip.
I mean, that is the deficit of the route choice. But you sacrifice top speed for consistency. I don't know if this is a good comparison, but it's like having a car with high acceleration and like decent top speed compared to a car with low acceleration but very high top speed.
I think that makes sense. Popless pulling off another left side Moorwing, it looks like. Popless has very good Moorwing fights. They seem very practiced. Can really tell.
I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they are. Moorwing is one of those bosses that is harder to do fast than it may look.
Qentiko is really good at those dash strikes on Widow. Fight's already over.
Yeah, very nice 133 Widow. Meanwhile, Papa's getting a nice Shellwood Arena.
Successfully did not get stick bugged.
That is a very weird elevator interaction with the cloak. I believe that Qentiko is slightly faster because the route diff, as mentioned before, is only about 90 seconds. Meanwhile, Qentiko's PB is very slightly under 2 minutes faster. So that's about 25 seconds over the course of the full hour that Qentiko is faster than Popless. And if we also look at the sum of best, then discarding route difference, Qentiko is approximately 20 seconds ahead of Popless as well.
Flashbang from Popless. I see Qentiko also chooses to play the needle in for the strings when they break.
It's the secret strategy that saves one frame. For legal purposes, that is a joke.
I don't remember who it was, but like weeks ago when a streamer was talking about playing the needle in for the strings, I think he said, I saw Nebula do it in a world record, so I assumed it must be faster. I assumed it must do something.
That's honestly not a bad assumption to have.
Yeah, I could see the logic.
But I think in reality, it's just one of those things where you have nothing better to be doing.
Yeah, it is now, but it was funny when people thought it was faster. I hope at some point in the remainder of the tournament we see somebody do a Widow Scream skip, where you juggle the bells to take damage.
That would be cool, although I think we've seen it. I can't remember which match.
Really? Okay, I must have either forgotten or it wasn't one I watched. And Popless is done with his Widow fight.
Fun fact, there's actually a harder version of the Scream Skip that theoretically is more consistent that you get by just running into Widow.
Mickey Nibby, you need to open the inventory because you can't interact with things like benches or doors when the area text is appeared. So when you enter an area and it says Bellheart, you can't interact with anything while that's there. But opening your inventory basically makes that go away and gives you the ability to interact. Qentiko missed his first Chalamet skip, but he's trying again. And he misses again. Alright, let's see if Qentiko gets a better mist than last time. I know the rooms he got were pretty unlucky.
Does have, I believe, 25 seconds compared to gold. Oh, 20 seconds compared to gold. Does actually seem to get a very good first room. With a good first exit. Very nearly getting misted. So far, so good. This is one of the best first rooms to get due
2
to its
HP, a
small
little
size.
scary. But he's already to the cross-in, which I think is faster than last time.
Yeah, definitely way faster. Now it just needs to find some silk flies.
Oh!
And that Wraith read him like a book.
Well,
Very unfortunate death.
it's a closer match now. Popless fans in the chat. They're on the same elevator.
Yeah, but at this point, Popless has a much shorter route to get up into Act 2.
It's a closer match. If that's 2 minutes of time lost for Qentiko and Qentiko's PB is 2 minutes faster, then I don't know. Well, I'm sure Qentiko is not happy, but back on the horse. Red Apollyon, Qentiko died more than halfway through the mist. He had a very good mist start and then got grabbed by a Wraith, and because he died, he was sent all the way back to Widow, to the Bell Heart Bell. And he gets Chalamet skip again. Yes, another death to the evil cloakless mist. Claims another victim. Let's see if Popless hits Blasted Skip 1 first try this time. Gets a good wind assist as well. So that's saving time over last run. And Blasted Skip 2. So Popless is schmoving on his way to Last Judge. Man, these Wraiths hate Qentiko today. And he's out. Onward to Phantom. So we get both Act 1 finale bosses at the same time. At least for a moment. Popless is already done. And luckily I'm more than 1 HP this time. That was really cool that it went from Phantom's final hit being on the Steam column directly into the parry. It pulled Phantom out of the Steam. Okay, does anybody know why Popless' split after Cogwork Dancers is named Gouda Cheese? Wait, which enemy screams Gouda? which one are you talking about? Oh, the Vault Keeper at the end of the Whispering Vaults Arena. Ah, I see. So this time it looks like Popless is going to be the one a little bit ahead entering Cogwork Dancers. Nice turn from last match. I wonder if Popless will, oh, he gets a heal. I was going to say, I wonder if he will scream skip down to 1, but he got a heal off, so he won't be in quite as much danger. Silksong noob. Qentiko is playing release patch, that's what RP key is. Popless is playing latest patch, that's what the LP bells is under their names.
Papa's getting a very nice phase 2. And Qentiko is joining him in the dancer screen.
The elusive 6 Cogwork Dancers on screen. Because of the background. Oh no!
That's gonna be a really bad death.
Oh no. That's the Bellheart bell? Oh no.
That's really, really bad.
That fucking sucks. I'm gonna use our one stream F-bomb for that.
I don't think we're supposed to if we can help it.
Oh no, okay.
But yeah, that will be the worst death that Papa's can take.
Damn.
I mean, there's not much to say. It's just
Yeah, that's you hate to see it. I don't, especially because Popless was ahead going into Act 2 because Qentiko took a missed death. So I was thinking, oh, is it gonna be a 1-to-1? Are we actually gonna go to 3 matches? But this definitely puts Popless on the back foot.
And Qentiko will be done with dancers now. I think at this point it is completely on Qentiko to mess up if Popless is going to win.
Yeah, I think unless we see a death from maybe even 2 from Qentiko, Popless is definitely not in a good position here.
Popless also unfortunately messing up the Blast Steps 1 skip again.
Gremlin Galaxy, Popless can come back, but it would require a death or some other major mistake from Qentiko.
That will be another Blast Steps 1 messed up from Popless. So I think at this point, Popless is probably... I mean, I know that the Dancer's Death loses 7 minutes in Bell's route. On top of missing Blast Steps 1 twice, that's probably somewhere between 7.5 and 8 minutes now.
Definitely not the ideal conditions for going to match 3.
Also goes for Blast Steps 2 again for some reason.
Maybe he forgot that he lowered the cages. Okay, now I kind of see what you guys mean about the Vault Keeper saying Gouda. It's a little subtle though.
So I do have to mention that because Popless died, Sherma is now at the Grand Gate, and Popless did take a quick Sherma detour just to play the needle in for Sherma. Maybe we get some Sherma dinks in chat for that.
We love Sherma. I always start my Silksong duel with Sherma, even though it's not the best strategy, simply because he's my favorite.
I mean, that makes complete sense. Guessing your favorite character in those types of games is very valid.
Yeah, Sherma sings, Sherma dinks, whatever Sherma emotes you've got. Robio! Qentiko is so good at those really tight double pogos on the tornado.
Does manage to get Trobio out of the screen with a stagger, which is exactly what you want. Because then Trobio doesn't become floor BO.
Aside from the one missed Silk Spear there, it looks like really good. Oh, that Silk Spear would have been the death. That was only 2 hits after he came out of the floor.
That was a nearly perfect Trobio.
That was a very well executed Robio from Qentiko. Oh my gosh, Popless, no. Please. Okay, he healed. I saw him back at 1 HP. I was like, no, it can't be. Just watching Popless's cogwork dancers with bated breath.
And Papa does get the final dancer finished off. We can now see the full effects of the death being 6 minutes behind. So, not quite the 7 minutes that I mentioned, but I guess that's what it is when you aren't as good at the game as Popless is.
Yes, I think barring something major from Qentiko, it's not looking very good for Popless.
And as Alina asked in chat, Popless died once, but that one death lost 6 minutes just because the Cogwork Dancer's death is by far the worst death you can take in the any percent run.
Yes, Popless died to Cogwork Dancers and got sent all the way back to the Bellheart Bell at Widow. And then also missed Blasted Skip 1 twice on the way back. So it just takes so long to get back there. You gotta do the whole ass pilgrimage again.
I wonder what the second worst death in the run would be.
Maybe dying at the end of Mist and getting sent back to Widow? I don't know the exact timing on that one, but
Probably a phantom death without taking Organ Bench.
that would do it, yeah. Would you have to redo the whole Mist, or would that just let you straight into the organ?
You would have to redo Mist, I believe.
Dang. So that would be probably the worst death outside of Bell's route.
I actually think that might be a worse death than Dancer's Bells.
You don't want to see either in a tournament. I'm sure they're
That
both
is
bad.
definitely true.
I'm sure they're both bad.
But I'm thinking the worst Act 2 death you can take is probably Wave 11 High Halls. Or maybe Trobia
Yeah.
without the shortcut unlocked.
Trobia without the shortcut unlocked is 2 minutes. About 1.5, 2 minutes. Blue has done it on stream before.
Fun. And for Civilian, RP and LP stand for Release Patch and Latest Patch. So it's basically just they need different patches for their routes to work.
Yes, you cannot do a cloakless any % run on the latest patch unless you detour to get like Reaper's Crest. So that's why the key route, the cloakless key, runs on release patch.
Papa's stun locking Trobia in the corner momentarily.
Reaper Crest, yes, if you wanted to do a cloakless route on a patch that's not the release patch, you'd need to do some extra movement stuff because the wall jump that allows cloakless to work got patched out. So you need some extra boost to get the height above that. I don't know the exact details. It's not something I've run.
The Reaper Crest is one of the, I believe, 6 like not spawned with crests in Silksong. It's one of the ones you can find. It's in Greymoor on the left side.
Yeah, so people use the Reaper Pogo to get past the wall jump that was patched out.
I believe it's about a 1.5 minute detour to get there.
Or you just run a release patch and you don't need it. You need flea brew as well? Wow. Like I said, it's not something I've practiced. I don't know all the details about how to execute it.
I don't believe you need flea brew up until the patch where they made Reaper's Crest give less height on a max height pogo. Because there was a change at one point that changed Reaper's Crest to give less height than the other pogos, or than it initially did. But I might be wrong about that. Anyway, we will be seeing Qentiko going into the high halls now, on his way to the final 3 fights of the run. Does seem to be
A little slip
struggling
there.
a little bit.
Oh man. He's getting ganged up on.
Resetting the room is definitely the smart choice there, because having both of the ministers spawned at the top there is just a recipe for, honestly, dying.
Like that. No ministers required.
That was not what I was talking about.
No ministers required.
But Qentiko's still very much in the lead here. Unfortunate death. But just due to Popless losing 6 whole minutes to the death that he took, it's going to take a lot more than that.
Yeah, so probably no PBs this run, I don't think, guys. I hope nobody was betting on that.
But yeah, High Halls is very rough. Like, even just entering it, especially cloakless.
Yeah, cloakless high halls is another thing that is a deterrent to beginner runners.
As Ivy is pointing out in the chat, that was a very slow death. So, if Qentiko takes another slow death, then Popless definitely has a chance to be back in the lead. But Qentiko now has full silk, so this shouldn't be a problem.
It was a cocoon skip setup the whole time. Another nice god pixel, just like last run.
Dare I say, one of the easiest tricks in the entire run. so far damageless. Fortunate miss spear on the Maestro there.
It's a good thing that Popless is finishing this out, because since Qentiko took that High Hall's death, he's really not that far behind anymore. If Qentiko does make another big mistake, it could definitely turn around. Oh, we got raided by Monsta! Thank you, Monsta!
Everybody's probably catching the tail end of the stream here.
Yes, this is our second run of a best of 3, and it's not a very close match right now. Qentiko has a comfortable lead, and Qentiko already won round 1. So, barring any major changes, it looks like it's going to go to Qentiko, but it ain't over till it's over.
I believe this has been a hitless high halls from Qentiko so far. Unfortunately taking the first hit there, but playing very aggressively into these clappers.
Well, it was a hitless high halls. It was still nothing to sneeze at. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that clapper intercepted him.
These clappers jumping everywhere, but they are low now, so I believe Qentiko finishing them off very nicely.
The Popless is a literal potato, so he's at a bit of a disadvantage. Oh, a missed God Pixel. But second try. Good call getting the high hall safety bench. Bit scary down to 1 HP. Hopefully he'll get in a heal soon.
That Maestro wave is definitely one of the more rough waves.
Yeah, the Claw Maiden got on him right before that, and then that went directly into the Maestro wave, so definitely not the most comfortable.
Maestros are probably one of the hardest enemies to deal with.
Oh yeah, I hate the Maestros. They were the bane of my existence in my casual.
Anyway, Qentiko finally up on their way to Lace 2. Weaving around her very nicely.
Time to figure out how to watch 2 fast-paced combat sections at the same time, chat.
I don't think that's possible. At least getting a bit of drift. Unfortunately, getting a steam dunk there at the end, but will be a very, very fast Lace 2 in my opinion.
And Popless is out of high halls. Whew. Got a little bit tense there, down to the 2 HP.
Just purely based off his split times, I do believe that Popless is going to be down by about 3 minutes. So unless Qentiko at this point takes a death with GMS having less than like 100 health, I do think that this is going to be game for Qentiko.
Very likely, yes, unless in the absence of a phase 2 GMS death. And am looking in the Discord, it looks like we do have permission to, once the stream ends and the races are over, raid into the Games Done Quick channel. So for those who don't know, there's another Hollow Knight speedrunning event going on the GDQ channel today with a bunch of different categories and runners. It has already started, but it's going for a few more hours, finishing with a run by Scene doing Silksong any %. So we have permission to raid into that once the races are over. So don't go anywhere. There's more speedrunning in store today.
Heading into the GMS fight, can we get some Silk Ds and Hollow Ds in chat for Qentiko finishing out the run? I'm guessing that Qentiko is probably going to opt to play this GMS fight as safe as possible.
Probably. No point in taking risks you don't need to take.
Unfortunately, taking a final hit just before the stagger. Or I guess the phase change.
Popless had some good rotations on Lace 2 there. A dunk on Lace 2.
Qentiko managing to get a heal off back up to full HP.
2 dunks on Lace 2. And he finishes out. Popless done on Lace 2.
Qentiko did take another unfortunate bit of damage, but is now back to full. I believe that is going to be the second to last scream from VMS, if not the final scream, considering Qentiko has been getting very nice DPS in. That will be the final stagger from VMS, and that is GMS down.
GG's.
So that will be GG's for Qentiko.
So Qentiko takes our best of 3. That means that Qentiko will go on to face the winner of the match of Scene versus Visuals, which is scheduled for Friday, December 12th.
I've heard rumors about that match. I think Scene is going to be doing some stuff to level the playing field just from keys to bells.
And also, according to the bracket website, PoplessRebel will be commentating that Scene versus Visuals match. So tune in. That's scheduled for 4 p.m. Eastern time. Do your own time zone math. Or you can go to the website if you do the bracket command in chat. It should show in whatever your time zone is if you check the website. Surprise potato jump scare.
Very funny. Very funny potato jump scare. Very spooky grab attack from GMS there at the end.
But Popless makes it into phase 2. Once Popless finishes out his GMS, we'll bring both runners in for interviews and then right into GDQ like we said earlier.
I believe they're doing runs of the original Hollow Knight right now, which also is a fantastic game.
Yes, I think it's 4 scheduled Hollow Knight categories and then 1 or 2 of Silksong.
I think we get a Woo percent run from, I think Cthulhu was running that?
Cthulhu, right. A Woo percent and any percent.
Papa's unfortunately dying.
Oh no!
As I said.
That was a lot like his GMS death last run as well.
Yeah, I mean, GMS had to have been low there. She was very deep into phase 2.
The pinata fights back.
So, unfortunate, but ultimately doesn't matter because already lost. But these runners we will actually be seeing again because this is currently the winner's bracket, and so due to it being round 3, I don't know if this was mentioned earlier, but we will have most of the runners that lose, if not all of them. I don't know if any are going to drop out, that are playing right now. We will see them again in loser's bracket.
When are the races for that? Is that concurrent or is that after the winner's bracket is concluded?
I believe that is going to be after the winner's bracket is concluded because not everyone has lost if we do it before that point. But I think it's going to be synced up with the next round of the winner's bracket. So we'll have the top 4 runners play against the people in the bottom of the loser's bracket.
Hit him with the Hornet Shuffle.
I was playing awfully close to that rock fall.
Good heal from Popless. I was just thinking, Popless, please. Just finish it out. You don't need to play risky right now.
Yeah, just finishing out the match is more important at this point.
Good heals. Stay alive.
And And that will be a GG for Popless.
GG's.
So with that finish, we will be momentarily having both of our runners joining the waiting BC and being dragged in here for an interview. Hello, Popless. How you
Hello.
doing?
Hello.
It happened. I PB'd. Yay! I PB'd. Not really.
Yay!
Yay. When was that?
How's your mental state?
I'm totally fine. I knew that. I mean, if you think about it, I could have won this one because Quentiko. It's Qentiko, right?
What does he mean?
I say your name like Qentiko,
Yeah.
not Quentiko, right?
Oh, it's fine. Can
Okay,
say
okay.
as I like it.
So you hit basically Bell's world record in the first one. I couldn't have won it. It is what it is. The second one, I was like, yep, this is it. Like I gotta just go for it. And so I went very risky and dancers and died. But GG's, dude.
Yeah, thanks. The second one was a disaster for all of us. Died in mists and high hole. You died in Cogwork, if I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and dancers, and I didn't
That-
take from habit. I didn't take the Shellwood bench, so I
Oh,
had
okay.
to walk all the way back from
Oh my
Bellheart.
god, the run back is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was good. I'm happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it.
With the first one?
Both, honestly. Like even the second one, I played pretty well instead of fumbling along the way. Like if I look at the timer, it's not looking too bad, except for that GMS death. Like I would have been on 56, like low 56 base,
Yeah.
so I could have
Pretty
had
clean
it.
for
But
Barry. Pretty
you
clean.
know, could have, should have, would have. It is what it is, and I'm very happy. I tried my best here, and congrats on the win, dude. Hell yeah.
Thanks.
Yes, congrats to Qentiko for advancing. But Popless, we'll see you back commentating later this week.
Yes, and there's also a losers bracket, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So we will be seeing you in that. You'll be playing the loser of, I believe, the scene versus visuals match.
Yeah, probably.
And I can't, but I'll see the results, of course.
It's gonna be hype.
Yep.
All
Hoping
right,
against
thank you
this
both
girl,
for
of course.
running.
Christine is very, very good at the game.
Yeah,
So yeah,
they're both good.
yeah, both good, of course. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah,
Yeah.
pretty glad for advancing.
Dude, 53 in tourney, that's huge. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, pretty good about my first run. There was a little mistake in Cogwork and Mist and Phantom, but that's all. The
Just
rest
a
of the run
solid
was
run.
pretty solid. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I would have done in the first one. You were 2 seconds away from world record, or 2 seconds ahead of world record bells. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I did
Last
decide to
Friday.
run bells, right? So it's kind of on me.
Yeah. Maybe we could switch soon in the key route, I guess. I don't know.
I like bells. I like.
You like battles? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy Bale.
Missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, cloakless swall jumps.
But yeah, Bale is better for watching, I think.
I think they're both
More.
entertaining.
They're both
I think as a-
entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I commentated as well, like on a key route versus bells. I think it was very entertaining.
I think both routes definitely have their appeals, especially skill-wise.
Yeah.
Dude, key's so hard.
It's harder, but more consistent for me. Because
Really?
you are cross keep,
Right.
mooring,
More.
so, a lot of a lot of things you can lose time so easily. I don't know.
I guess in both you have the mist. If you fall in mist, or even if you die in mist, it's over. Like that's
Of course, it's the only thing in key routes.
right. Yeah,
You have to
like
deal
getting
with
through
Bajia.
mist, and then it's kind of smooth sailing.
It's definitely interesting seeing the different routes side by side. It helps visualize to the audience the differences in the two routes.
I think it looks weird when Key goes to Widow, like finishes Widow like 2.5 minutes before, and it looks kind of weird. But I think if you know both routes, it kind of it's understandable like who's where.
Alright.
Yeah, thank you both for running today. And thank you, Qentiko, for raiding into Hollow Knight community. We should be able to take that raid into GDQ shortly.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
GDQ's live.
Yes, they're doing another Hollow Knight speedrunning event. So
Oh,
we're going to raid into them.
Okay,
very
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
I hope you
Go
go
for it.
crazy in the next matches. Good luck with Delta. Wait, no, actually, you go against either Scene or Visuals. My bad.
All right, well, with that, I think we are going to attempt to raid into GDQ. I have no idea how this works. Slorent says we're ready to raid, so everybody hop in. I think we are about ready at this point. So thank you to Ivy for restreaming. Thank you to Vey for commentating. Thank you for Taiga to hosting. Thank you to Rebel and Qentiko for running.
All
I
right, the
think that's
raid
it.
has started. So if you want to tag along, we'll see you guys in chat. There's more great runs and great runners to see today. So thank you. Next match is Friday, December 12th.
GG's, guys.
GG's. Bye. Thanks for hosting and accommodating, of course.